What's up everyone, Ryan here. You've been asking me how the heck I'm wearing the watch on the right wrist with the buttons on the left. So that's a great way to start off this video. This is actually one of the greatest features of the Galaxy Watch 7 that I wish other non-Wear OS watches in the market would have as well. So go to the settings, then general, then orientation. Now choose the correct wrist and the button position. If you have tattoos on your arm and exactly where you wear the watch, there's a chance that it might not recognize that you're wearing it and you might not get any notifications, because certain notifications will only appear if you're wearing the watch. So to fix this, go to settings, then security and privacy, then scroll down and turn off the wrist detection. If after a couple days of using the watch, especially if you've installed and use a lot of different apps, your watch slows down a bit, you can open the quick access or the app drawer and tap the recent apps and then close all. Then go to the settings and from device care, go to memory and tap clean now. This will clear the RAM of your watch, resulting in a faster performance, and it's enough to do this once a week. Now I want you to listen carefully to this watch. Do you hear that? That sounds like a real analog mechanical watch. So this tip will make your Galaxy Watch stand out from the crowd. It's kind of like an electric car making a fake exhaust noise, but I love it and I'm going to keep it on. So here's how to do it. In the settings, scroll down to system settings, then turn on ticking, and if you want an hourly sound, turn on hourly chime as well. But don't worry about the ticking sound bothering you at night. First of all, it only works if the watch face supports it, like this premium analog watch face, and it won't work if the display is off. Some of you who have ADHD have told me that the notifications are very annoying. First of all, don't give up so fast, because there's a lot you can do here. So here's how to manage the notifications the right way. Go to the settings, then again sounds and vibration, then notification sound at the bottom. Now you can change it to something else, change its volume, or completely silence it. Then go back and this time go to notification vibration, and now either change it to something that's less triggering or the silent option. You can also go back again and tap vibration and change the vibration intensity to light. But this isn't all you can do here. If you go back to the settings and go to notifications, in the app notifications, you can customize which apps can send you notifications. And if you go one step back in the advanced settings, you can turn off show with details. This means the notifications will become less intrusive. But whether you have ADHD or not, I keep hearing complaints about the animations. So let's see what we can do about it here. I want to show you a couple tricks. In the settings, find accessibility, then vision enhancements, then turn on reduce animations. So that's one way of easing up on the animations. The second way is more advanced. So in the settings, go to about watch, then software information, then tap software version 5 times, then go back to the settings and you'll see a developer option. Now if you scroll down, you'll see window animation scale, transition animation scale, and animator duration scale. If you use the reduce animation option that I just taught you, then all these three would be off. Otherwise they'll be on 1x. But these three will allow you to fine-tune animations in every way. So you can fiddle around and see what happens. But try not to touch anything else in the developer options menu, because it might damage your watch. Now let's say you're going away or something and you want your watch to last as long as possible and you don't care about the GPS tracking or any of the health features. There's a way to turn the Watch 7 into a watch mode only. So in the settings, if you go to battery, at the bottom you can turn on watch only. This basically turns it into a digital watch which lasts for many days, maybe even half a month. Many of you have been asking me about my watch face, and here's exactly how to do it. Tap and hold the current watch face, then swipe right and tap add watch face, then ultra info board. This is a busy watch face and I love it because it shows me a lot of data fields. Now tap customize, then change the background color to your liking, then swipe to change the clock font, then swipe to change all the data fields colors, then swipe again to change the central data fields to something that's more relevant to you. For example, I changed the steps to energy score because that's more important to me. And if you do one last swipe, you can change the other data fields. Now you'll have a beautiful and functional watch face like mine. By the way, if you like this channel, consider subscribing and becoming a Patreon supporter as well. Now, if you want to have pictures on your watch face, you can scroll further down and choose one of the watch faces from the photos category and further customize it. Now, whether you want to take a shower or swim with the watch, always remember to turn on the water lock, and it takes a second. Swipe down and from the quick settings, tap the water drop. Then when you're done, first unstrap the watch, then press and hold this button for 2 seconds and shake it like this for a couple seconds at the same time to eject the water. Now, a lot of you guys like me wear your watch during your strength training at the gym, but surprisingly, Samsung doesn't have a program that can track an entire session. Instead, they have these specific exercises which require you to constantly start and stop an activity, basically. Not to mention, there's only a limited number of exercises available. So here's a tick that sort of fixes this issue, and this is how I track my workouts. From the activities, go to more, then take a look at the shortcuts and see what are the activities that you typically don't do. Tap and hold and select hide, then tap add and then create new exercise, then rename it to strength, and from data to record, choose sets and reps. Then make sure the category is general and save it. Now you can easily start a strength training activity from here, and stay tuned for an upcoming video about this too. Now, weirdly enough, the Galaxy Watch 7 doesn't allow you to create a sleep schedule that would turn on the sleep mode, even though you kind of add a sleep schedule on the Samsung Health app. So to make your watch automatically go to sleep mode, so it wouldn't turn on the screen at night and wake you up, go to the settings, then modes, then sleep. And as you can see, you can't schedule it here. So first, go one step back and make sure the sync modes with phone is enabled. Then go again to the sleep mode option, then tap set on phone, and on your phone add a sleep schedule. This has nothing to do with Samsung Health, and it's a feature of your Galaxy phone. Problem solved. Of course, if you want to, you can turn on the sleep mode manually by swiping down and tapping this sleep mode icon. Now here's a tip about the ECG feature, which I'm pretty sure most people won't do. But anyway, for a more accurate reading, try to wear the watch 2 to 3 inches away from the wrist bone and never wear the watch on your wrist bone. Now, here's how to use the body composition measurement properly. First, make sure you do it first thing in the morning after going to the bathroom, and always do it around the same time. Then open up your arms and make sure they don't touch your body, and then gently rest 2 fingers on the buttons until the measurement is done. Now anyone can turn on this next feature I'm going to share with you, but it's especially helpful for the elderly and can even be a lifesaver. From the settings, go to safety and emergency, then turn on heart fall detection. But to prevent any accidental calls, you can turn on require swipe to call. But if I were you, I wouldn't do it, because it's better to call the emergency center accidentally than miss it, if you know what I'm talking about. So don't be afraid of it. Then there's a countdown that you can customize, change the emergency number, but there are 2 very important settings here. The first is when to detect falls, during workouts only or always. If you're a younger person, you can just turn on only during workouts. Otherwise, I'd recommend always. And lastly, you can send an SOS message that includes your location to your emergency contact, like a family member or someone. But remember, they can also press the home button 5 times to call the emergency center. Now, the Galaxy Watch 7 can auto-detect many activities after 10 minutes of continuous activity. If you want to turn off this feature or customize it, from the settings, go to Health, then Activities to detect. For example, the GPS tracking is off by default, so I can turn it on for all the walking activities detected by the watch. But going back to the ADHD comment and those annoyed by constant notifications, you can swipe down and turn off the alert, so you wouldn't even know that it started tracking an activity and it wouldn't bother you anymore. And I know that the inactivity alerts, which is the opposite of those auto-detect alerts, can also sometimes be annoying. So here's how to get rid of them. In the Health menu, swipe down and either turn off the inactive time or change the inactive time to a shorter period of time during the day. So you would only get notifications during these hours. Now I want to show you how to broadcast your heart rate to a treadmill or other equipment. From the Health menu, scroll down to share data with devices and services, then exercise machines, then turn on heart rate, and also for a more accurate calculation, turn on the second optional switch. Now, if you think that was unnecessarily hidden in the menus, I'd agree with you completely. So while there is no direct shortcut to it, we can make this faster by adding it to a knock-knock gesture shortcut. So from the settings, find buttons and gestures, then scroll down and turn on the knock-knock option. Then select Health and try it. Now you just need to scroll down and turn it on, slightly faster. But there are other shortcuts that you can customize here as well. For example, I'd like to add my exercises to the home button double press as a shortcut. Now let's talk about gestures, which is a very cool feature that allows you to use your watch without touching it. So the standard one is the double pinch from the same menu as before, and it's useful for accepting calls, removing alerts, opening apps, controlling music, and taking photos. But actually there's a more advanced version called universal gestures that you can find from the accessibility menu under the interaction and dexterity option. Just turn it on and see how magically you can activate it, for example, by making a fist and navigate around and select things. This is pretty cool. So while you can write regular text messages on your Galaxy Watch 7, having a proper list of common quick replies can be very handy. Here's how to configure it. Open the Samsung Health app, then go to Watch Settings, then General, then Quick Responses, and add emojis and custom replies. There are things about your sleep score that you can dig into only from the app. For example, if you go into your sleep page, then tap Sleep Score, you can see your sleep score compared to the average sleep score of people in your age group. Now in this tip, I want to show you how to enable and customize snore detection. So on the app, go to the sleep page, then tap the three dots, then Advanced Measurement, then Snore Detection. Turn it on and choose Always, then turn on Record Audio and select the time when to delete the recorded audio. Then make sure you put the phone near yourself at night with the mic towards you. That's it for today, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think.